Hi everyone, welcome to my page. It's Monday, so it is time to do our Seint 3D full face makeup where we use one palette and one brush to create one layer of makeup. Everything I'm going to use to do my face today is going to be in this one compact right here. Small, one brush, and we're going to get it all done. So let's get started. Seint is a cream makeup and it uses 3 shades to create one layer of makeup. You get a contour shade, which is going to be a dark, cool shade. You're going to get a brightening highlight, which is like a concealer. And you're also going to get a main shade, a main highlight. This highlight is going to be the shade that is the closest to the color of your natural skin tone. The lip and cheek, which again completes the 4 shades, is up to you. It's up to you if you want a gloss, a satin, a pink, a red, strictly your choice. So let's get started. Today I'm using the 3D brush where I have a fluffy end and sort of a pointy end to help with placement. Now I'm just going to tap into my contour shade, which is, this is Shadow. Shadow is the shade I was custom color matched to, so it goes on the hard parts of your face, like your forehead, your cheekbone. So what we're going to do is get these sideburns out of the way, feel for that cheekbone, start right at the corner of the eye and go up towards the ear. Now, I like to use a lot of contour because I like the way it lifts my face. I don't have a defined cheek area, so this will lift mine with just using a shade of contour. Okay, here we go, and this is Cream. Sorry about that, my internet is not wonderful today, so hopefully it won't keep knocking me off. Okay, so again, the contour is, it lifts the cheeks, it frames the face using it on the forehead. So what we're going to do now is we are going to come and we're going to finish framing the face with the jawline. We're going to start right at where this divot is because I have jowls. So I don't want to define the jowls, so I'm going to stop my contour right at these divots. So right up, there we go, there we go. And what I'm going to do to create a shadow, even more so to hide this turkey neck, is start at one divot, go underneath my neck and connect the two. Now, can you see the shadow that made? All it did is it is camouflaging so the eye notices the cheek and the, not the cheek, but the jaw area and not this turkey neck that I have. I'm 67 years old, so yes, I have a turkey neck. Here we go. Now we're going to continue with our contour and we're going to stay right along the main shadow that is naturally there on either side of our nose. Again, stay sort of right as much as you can on that shadow when you're contouring your nose. Now I know this looks silly, but what we're going to do is connect all this in just a minute and you'll see the difference that it makes. To contour your nose and to use the brightener after, what it's going to do is elongate the nose and make it appear that much narrower. So if you have an issue with your nose, too wide, not long enough, too short, ball on the end, contour can fix that. Now we're going to move to our brightening shade and we're going to use the same brush and we're going to brighten the parts that you would use your concealer, like the center of the forehead. And we're going to come right down, again, pinch that brush and come right down the center of where we put the contour, go in between as much as you can. Sometimes it's better to use your finger, your little pinky. There we go. Now, look how much narrower my nose looks, and it also is more elongated. It's a thin, longer look. Beauty of brightening, using a brightener and contouring your nose. Now we're going to hit the Cupid's bow and the center of the chin. These are areas that the light would normally hit. Now we're going to do these eyes. I am 67, so I have crepe skin underneath my eye, so I'm not going to put the product underneath like you would a concealer. It's just going to end up settling there. So this being a cream, it does not settle. It's not a powder and it's not a liquid. It's not going to settle into your fine lines and wrinkles. So now we have brightened the outer corner of each eye, and we're going to come and do the same to the inner corner. What we are doing is highlighting the things we want you to see and camouflaging the things that we don't by using different shades. There we go. And that's it for the contour. I'm sorry, for the brightener. If you want to go a little bit further with your brightener, see how I have these folds. Now we created shadows with the contour. With the brightener, we can also do away with shadows because these folds that I have, I'm sure there is a legal term or a medical term for them. I just call them laugh lines. So we're going to take the shadow away from those by putting the brightener. We're also going to bring the attention away from these divots of my jowls by brightening them as well. So here we go. We're going to do brighten, brighten right along the laugh lines to get rid of the shadows. Now we're going to move to my main shade. Main shade is like a filler shade, so I'm just going to tap it on. Again, you don't need much of this cream makeup. It's highly pigmented and you just don't need much. So these little tins, they may be small, but they last forever. Long time. And you only replace each tin as you need to. You don't have to replace them all at one time. They are individual. Now, I do have a little bit of redness from a scar. Several months ago, I did burn my face with my curling iron. Yeah, I don't know how you do that, but I did. So it is a little bit red there. Plus, I do have rosacea. So I'm really going to catch the corners under this nose. And the shade I use is Sandy. It has a lot of green in it and a lot of yellow. And it is just perfect for camouflaging and doing away with the redness. Now, we're finished the placement. These three shades will become, once they're blended, and we're going to blend them, but we're going to softly blend them. We're not going to blend like you normally would, just keep blending and blending. We're just going to, like a puzzle, we're just going to blend the edges together gently. And now I have my lip and cheek. I like to use my finger for that. So this shade is Royal. I love berry shades, and I love Seint's glosses. And there we go. So pretty, such a pretty shade. So the beauty of a lip and cheek is its dual purpose. So it not only is my lip shade, it is also going to be my blush shade. Lip and cheek. There we go. All right, maybe a little bit more. I like bold colors, so I tend to use just a little bit more than your average woman would, and that's strictly up to you. You don't have to use as much as I do. You can use, do what makes you feel good and what makes you feel beautiful. This is the only things I have used, and I made a mess with my lip and cheek. But these are the four shades that I use. That's what I have on my face. This is my foundation. Now we're going to blend. It's all in this magnetic palette. It fits in my purse. It's TSA approved, and it goes everywhere with me. I've traveled internationally with it in my purse and never had a problem. Here we go. Now, it is cream makeup, so it does need to be set. I like to spray my brush with the Seint setting spray. You can use any setting spray you like. That is strictly up to you. I like Seint's. It's nice, it's light, and it does the job. The other thing is you can set it with a setting powder. Seint offers Vanilla Dust setting powder. And you can use the powder if you like. We just need to set this cream makeup. I'm going to start at the jawline, and I'm just going to gently swirl around the jawline and then drag it down my neck. Now what I did is created a shadow, but you want the shadow, you just don't want the distinct lines like I have on my cheek and my forehead. That's what you want to blend out. Now I'm going to start at the jawline just above it, and I'm just going to stipple, which is quickly tapping. And I'm spreading this cream makeup because as I was applying, it has warmed to the temperature of my face. There we go. Where I contoured my nose, I'm just going to gently blend it together. I'm not going to do a heavy blend, heavy-handed or anything like that. We're gently blending. I'll flip the brush around just to get into the corners of my eyes. And I like to do a little bit on the eyelids just to give a little bit of a color correction as I'm going. So there we go. Now we're going to come up here and we're just going to swirl gently, not a lot. Again, we want to blend, but we don't want to blend it out. Cream makeup, one of the rookie mistakes is blending too much. You want to leave the shadows there. You just don't want distinct lines. See how nice that blended right up into the hairline? Done. Now we're going to come to the contour on the cheeks and the lip and cheek shade, which is my blush shade. And again, today that is Royal. Gently up and down, maybe twice, just tapping on the contour. Then come back and get the contour and grab that lip and cheek and just stipple or tap up into the temple. There we go. Same thing on this side. Up and down twice, and then grab that lip and cheek shade, whatever it may be, and up into the temple we go. There you go. We are done. We are done. This makeup you can have done on your face with a beautiful finish. Look at this finish. And again, I'm 67 years old. I got flaws all over the place. But look at the finish that it gives each and every time. This is cream. Cream is the way to go for mature skin. Again, I wish I had found this in my 50s, even my early 60s. I started wearing Seint about a year and a half ago. I had stopped wearing makeup because liquids were cakey on me. They accentuated every wrinkle that was on my face. I mean, it was like, here I am, here I am. This way, you're camouflaging the part that you really don't want to show, accentuating the part around the eyes that you want people to see. No one has ugly eyes. So brighten your eyes, let that be your focal point, and you will be surprised. The other thing, cream makeup wears like a second skin. So it moves with your face. It doesn't settle. It's so complimentary. The finish is beautiful. Just look at that. Unbelievable. I can't tell you enough how much I've enjoyed wearing Seint the past year and a half. You start with one palette. It holds 4 tints. This is just a glow palette that I had put together earlier for if you would like an illuminator and a bronzer. Seint is a full makeup line. They have everything from skincare to perfume. I mean, it's a wonderful company. You have a 30-day money-back guarantee. What do you have to lose? So how do you get started with Seint? That is so simple. What I want you to do is face a window as I'm facing you. Natural light coming in, not sunlight, just natural light. No makeup. No makeup on the face, the neck, or the décolleté. What I want you to do as you're looking out that window is take your phone and snap a selfie. It's probably going to be terrible. It's going to scare you to death. It did me. I took my selfie and sat on it for 2 days before I sent it. It was that bad. It was that bad. But The lady that color matched me, the artist that color matched me, she color matched me perfectly to the shades that